And we are back at the top of another Savage stream. I just figured I would give you guys a little update on what's going on with the wiring and why I haven't been streaming this week and all that nonsense, because I've been a little bit busy, been in the attic a lot, running cables and such. So I wanted to, just give you a little update real quick. As you can see, this is that horrible, cheap TP-Link router, wireless access point. Basically, I'm just using it as an extender. It's connecting to my existing wireless network. And it's problematic. You know, it loses connection from, time to time. It's probably just interference, because I do have some things going on in here as far as other equipment. So, and, there's Roku and other things going on in here. So it's probably some type of interference. Plus, right over here is where the rigs are and everything. So that's probably the gist is it's probably just interference. So anyway, this is what's kind of sparked this whole, one of the things that sparked this whole network upgrade thing. So anyway, I've got the rigs in here. You guys have seen these before. Everything's going pretty good with the rigs. Everything's fine in here. It's, it says it's like 98 in here right now. This is where the sensor is. That's, right above one of the rigs. It's actually, it doesn't feel that bad in here at all. It's not terrible. Yeah, I've just got some stuff laying around in here just for the time being. I do have one of the things, one of the upgrades on the house situation here as far as the rigs go. This is kind of neat. You guys might like this. I've got the rig set up to where on the main TV in here, if I change it to HDMI 2, then it's going to show whichever rig I've got plugged in back here, right? You can see right now I've got Dagobah plugged in, right? So I could take this HDMI cable here, the source, right? I could take this cable, plug it into any of the rigs, and see it over there on the wall-mounted TV over there. And you can see, if you remember pictures before, like I had cables running down and stuff like that. So that's part of this whole project, is to clean it all up and make it look nice, and run the cables in the ceiling and through the walls and all that stuff. So that's what I've been doing. I do have my first Ubiquiti switch here for the rigs. This will eventually, it's not connected just yet because I'm not done on the other end. I'll show you that in a minute. But that's going to eliminate this router here, this piece of junk right here. That should hopefully fix the connectivity problems that I have with the rigs. Because every now and then, there's been scenarios where I'll go to work and they'll lose connectivity sometime during the day, and they'll be running electricity-wise. They'll be on and consuming electricity, but not mining. They'll be disconnected from the network for whatever reason. It's one of the things I had to look at. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, let's go look at the cabinet or the closet here. That's like 900 feet of Cat 6 that have basically left over. The component closet looks like this so far. I've got the two 12U wall-mounted enclosures there. I ran, before I started all this, I ran that electrical outlet into this closet. This is basically just a coat closet, but I mean, look at the spaces, guys. It's like huge. It's 10 feet, Anyway, so I just hooked up a couple of things in here just to show, not to show, but to test, to make sure that the HDMI cables were working and everything was going to work as I intended. So this is a mess down here, of course, because I'm just kind of throwing stuff down here as I'm going. But basically, there's 4 60-inch televisions in the house. So each one of them has their own HDMI cable going from their location to here. So that's one. So there's 4 of these HDMI cables, and actually there's 5 because I ran one from my computer so that I could display my computer on any television in the house, depending on what's going on. And eventually there'll be like a HDMI splitter here. I already have it. I just haven't got it all hooked up. And so that's one type of cable that I had to run. Was each one of these is 50 feet, and I got these on like a serious sale on Mono Price. They're normally like $80, I think. I want to say I got them for like $24 or $27 or something like that. Anyway, they work really well. 4K possible. Worry about that kind of stuff too much because I don't game or anything like that. But I mean, the TVs look great, so I'm not worried about that. I think that it's great. Definitely good enough for me. I'm not much of an audio or video file. And then this is for the IR repeater. At the displays, there'll be a little sensor, an IR sensor that's going to allow the signal to come back to here and control the devices, right? So it'll control the I'm going to have in-ceiling speakers, so these are 2 receivers, kind of old, but they still work great, so I'm not worried about that. These are from, you know, the old house. I'll have 2 rooms. I'll have my room, my media room, and the great room will have in-ceiling speakers all wired back to one of these, you know, one receiver for each room. And then that's where this kind of comes in. The IR repeater kind of comes in for that, to control that, as long, and also the HDMI switcher matrix itself, right? So the HDMI matrix is controlled by IR also. So you'll be able to switch inputs and outputs and all that stuff, and it's a 4x4 matrix. So it's 4 TVs, 4 different inputs. So I can have like Roku, Xbox. I'll have my computer, and then I'll have, I could have a 3rd input. Right now I don't know what that 3rd input would be. Actually a 4th input, right? So I got 1, 2, I got 2 here, and then my computer, that's 3, and then I'll have 1 left over, I guess. I also ran, I think, a total, let's see, so far the total is 12 right here, 12 Cat 6A cables, you know, up through the attic and everything. That's where I've been the majority of the time that I've been gone here and not streaming. So I've got 12 there throughout the house. I've got 5, let's see, 6, 7 total in this room here. Right, so 7. I've got some down here, which you can't really see. I'm not done buttoning all that stuff up. I've got 1 to the smart TV here, and then 1 to this switch here, you know, to connect it. And so that would be, let's see, 5, 6, 7 in this room, in my 1 media room. So 7 in there, and then 1, I got a couple in another bedroom. Actually, I've got 3 in one bedroom, and then each display gets their own Cat 6 cable also. So that's where I get 12 right here. And then for the, I think that's all. Let's see, I covered all oh, I do have Toslink also for the audio, so that I can come in here, and if I switch anything that I pump through to the TV, to the display that this is connected to, I can route through the receiver. Super convenient, because it means that, you know, I don't have to do it all through HDMI. So anything, if I was to plug something up at the display itself, at the TV, a game or whatever, then I could actually play it through the receivers, through the sound system, without having to plug it in here through the HDMI. So it kind of makes sense the way that I did it. And then these cables here, which I haven't ran in the attic yet, these are all for the camera system. I ran out of labels. I did just put some blue tape on there and label it. I'll get the, my label maker ran out of labels. This is what's routed all through the house here for the moment. And basically I cut them all to length based on measurements from the floor plan and previous wiring and stuff, so that I knew about how long to make them. I threw in like maybe 20 extra feet on each one. But these are for the 8 cameras that will eventually be installed. That's going to come a little bit later. It's not going to be anytime too soon. But to kind of explain the TV situation here, you can probably see back there where all the cables come in through the it was at a home theater like outlet, basically just a wall pass through. I don't know if you can kind of see what that looks like there. This TV has, you know, this is the great room. So this TV has the HDMI, it's got the IR repeater and a Cat 6, because this is a smart TV. So it'll be not wirelessly connected, it'll be wired connection. So it probably should work a little bit better than it does wirelessly. So, and then that's the sub over there. That'll be connected through I've got a converter there for the RG6 cable that's coming in here for the cable TV I don't use, and I'll connect it to the subwoofer, you know, and basically use that existing cable to connect the sub to the receiver. So it should work out pretty well. All right, so yeah, I think that's about it. This will look a lot different the next time I do a video. Most likely it'll be pretty cleaned up and maybe even done. I don't know. The only thing I'm waiting on is the speakers. I ordered them today, the in-ceiling speakers and the speaker wire. Did some research. I thought about using all the extra Cat 6 cable for speaker wire. It's not a good idea, because even if you use 2, well, I guess if you use 2, like one Cat 6 cable per side, negative, positive, and you used all 8 pairs, then that might work out okay. But the problem is that you don't have a lot of gauge. So that's going to do it. Just let me know what you guys think about what's going on so far. Yeah, I was talking about the cables, actually, the speaker wire. So I do have speaker wire on order, waiting on that and the speakers. Once that's in, I'll be able to wrap everything up and really be done with this. I'm tired of it already. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it so much. See you next time. Stay savage, everybody.